Focus on my break lights.
Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word from it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I can't go pop that thing like I'm feeling green. Right? Talking to my past like focus on my break lights. Cruising to my future now.
You are correct. This is Breaking the Silence. Yes, I know you missed us, but we are here back on again on your TV, on your devices. So you don't need to worry because for this 1 hour show, I'm very, very sure that you are going to enjoy because yes, we do have some hard-hitting topics, but we also have some fun and we give you some entertainment as well. For our faithful viewers, you know, if you know, you know. But for those who are joining us for the first time, we want to introduce ourselves. Again, we want to be polite. We don't want to be rude. So let me introduce myself first. My name is Angeli.
I'm Nori.
I'm ShyTia.
And again, welcome to Breaking the Silence team. And yes, we're being polite right now. Later on, you kind of gonna know us with the games and everything. But ladies, so this year already it started, right? We're like almost a few weeks. But have you noticed that this season or this year have been really kind of triggering your patience, provoking your patience, or maybe you're the opposite. You're just like, I'm just taking it slow this time. I'm not carrying it. I'm not caring, but I'm also caring, if you know what I mean. You know, I'm not stressing so much about it. Or are you that one that's like losing patience in every little thing?
For me, it was trying to. It was trying to, but then I caught myself. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do the same old things that I did last year. So I'm catching myself, so.
Okay, that's good. That's a pretty good start.
Trying my patience. Definitely. I think because, after the holiday season, it's kind of like you're like catch up mode where it's like, because of the holidays, you kind of had like a few days here, a few days there. And then now everybody's coming back. Everybody who was on holidays coming back. And they're like, let's do this, let's do that, let's get this, let's get that. So it's like to be on that catch up mode and you just have to be like, it's okay. I can do this. I got this.
That's right. And that is why today, this is what we're talking about. Those conversations that kind of like you're trying to put off because you're losing peace and patience just by thinking about them. What are those conversations that you're just like, I'm going to try to avoid it, put it off for a few more weeks, a few more days, or maybe the perfect timing. So today, we're not going to avoid that conversation. We are going to go head on and face that. But also, if you are that person who's always the go-to person, maybe last year you were that and that's why you were so exhausted. You didn't have time for yourself because you were just giving and that's not wrong. You can give. But then when it comes to the point that you also were the one needing of that care, So again, that's a hard-hitting topic that we are not going to avoid, but we have fun here in Breaking the Silence. That's why we are going to have BTS trivia. So if we know history, we are going to figure out later on. And of course, we are going to have our reflective moment as well. But right now, I know that's a lot. Just take a break because later we're not going to give you a break, okay? We're just going to go on and on and on. So we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
Hear from strong women who are crushing their goals, overcoming challenges, and living their best lives. You won't want to miss a single empowering minute. Stay tuned and join the movement.
I work.
I work.
I work. And I want to keep working.
I work for the challenge.
Because people are counting on me
to provide for my family.
And I'm employed today because we work together.
Work together.
Work together. When my life changed in an instant.
When I got hurt.
Needed support.
We made a plan.
So I could come back strong.
So I could stay in the game.
Because we couldn't succeed without her.
It wasn't a matter if I could go back to work.
It was a matter of when and how.
Because working works.
Working works.
It lets me earn a living.
Be there for the team.
Together, we made a plan.
To keep me on the field for 2,632 games in a row.
To keep me working.
America works best when all Americans can work. Ensuring workers can stay on the job or return to work following an injury or illness is essential to America's economy. To learn more, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
The Universal Church Online is here for you. You can find us now at our new URL, universalusa.org. New name, same website, and the same faith to encourage and build you up. For those who want to securely sow their seed online, find our Secure Give tab on the homepage. And for those who want to visit a Universal Church in person for powerful messages and prayers to change your life, click on our Location tab to find a Universal Church anywhere in the country. If you need online counseling, trained pastors will always be a click away to offer free counseling for any spiritual needs you may have. Our site also contains a variety of Universal Church blogs, the Chain of Prayer information, Unisocial Outreach news, and our ULFN TV channel live stream and schedule, which airs 24 hours a day. Visit us now at universalusa.org.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
I don't care who you are, fair is fair.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
You have to maximize, retirement.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Hey, can I talk to you? Or hey, we need to talk. That is something when you say it or somebody tells you that, there's a little bit of that tension already when you know what's coming. And sometimes you're putting those conversations in the back burner, in the back of your mind, because you know that once that conversation happens, relationship tends to get stranded, or maybe even priorities get shifted because of that one conversation that you're trying to avoid. However, today in this show, we are going to face it head on, right, ladies?
Yes.
That conversation that we avoid because it's easier to just avoid the conflict, and keep the peace, maybe in the family, if it's a family matter or a relationship matter that you just want to, just coast smoothly and not really have that conversation, but it's something needed, especially if it would affect greatly the relationship. If it's something that happened, but you just brush through it because, hey, again, I don't want to talk about it. When they tell you that, hey, can we talk? Like all of a sudden you're just like, oh no, what did I do wrong? Or what happened? We had such a good relationship, or I don't want this to end, right? But you know that something is off there. And we tend to kind of like, you know what? Let's put it off for maybe when we're okay, when we're stable, when we are in our own, headspace, we're good, we're not so emotional, which is, of course, you have to do it that way. You can't be having that conversation when you're both, heated at the moment. But even though sometimes we still tend to avoid it. Why do you think so? Why do we tend to avoid it?
A lot of times it's because the one that we want to have this talk with are the ones closest to us. We have this strong relationship with them, like maybe our husbands, our children, family members, and it's like you have that fear, like what is gonna happen next? Sometimes it's not about talking, it's not about the conversation itself, but it's the fear of the answer. Like, okay, once I say this, what is this person gonna say?
Right.
How is this person gonna react? And women, especially, we tend to overthink.
Yeah.
And because we tend to overthink, we're there in our minds, replaying how the situation's gonna go, trying to like, what if I say it like this? What if I say it like that? But then they're gonna think this, and then they're gonna think that. And then it's just like a cycle over and over again, and you never actually have that conversation with the person.
Yeah. Sometimes I think also avoidance as self-protection. A lot of people do that. But I think overall, you just have to, and that's something we all have to do, and a lot of times we have trouble with, is being real. Being real, being realistic, and kind of addressing the situation. Because, of course, fine, maybe it's a situation where you feel embarrassed to come and have this conversation, or you don't want the person to feel embarrassed and have this conversation. So it's just easier to avoid it overall, and just, to protect yourself and to protect the other person as well.
Yeah.
But are you really protecting that person just by avoiding that conversation? Because let's say, for example, ShyTia does something that I see in the long run is going to cause her problems. It's going to, strain a relationship, or is going to cause her to lose something that she really values. But because maybe is a delicate topic, situation, I'm going to avoid it because I don't want to feel awkward and I don't want to make her feel awkward. Am I really looking out for her by avoiding? So we have to put it on the balance, depending on who it is as well. There's always different ways that you can approach a situation, but always be mindful. I'm the type of person that if you see something that's wrong with me, I don't care. Bring it to my attention, help me out, rip off that Band-Aid. Don't try to avoid to protect yourself or to protect me, because at the end of the day, you're not protecting me. You're actually doing more harm than good.
And also, like when the person, let's say you're avoiding it, eventually the person's gonna find out. The conversation's gonna have to be had. And they're gonna be more upset because they're gonna be like, well, why you just didn't tell me?
There you go.
So I'm like that. Like I would just prefer, like, it depends also who it is, but most of the time I prefer just to rip off the Band-Aid. Like, you know what? Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Right. So I'm just gonna say it and then let it out and then deal with the consequences.
Yeah, especially if they're like the closest to you, and it's better for them to hear it from you than hearing it from from a stranger or from somebody who's not really close, right? So it's very important for us to face that, although I know it's very, very hard. Like, for example, I'm just going to give a very, very quick example. One of the hardest conversations I've had was with my parents, right? When I had to change careers, right? So it's especially from a culture or from a tradition where, hey, we're going to dream this together, or this is, you've been working hard for this, but then all of a sudden you're on that way, but then you change you shift. All of a sudden you have this vision, you have this inspiration, now you shift. So you are not upsetting, but you're kind of letting them down in your mind. So in my mind, I was like, if I'm going to have this conversation, I have to prepare myself that I'm letting them down, because we've had this dream together, and for years and years, I've been working hard for this, but all of a sudden now it's going to be a complete change. So, but regardless, yes, you are going to upset people. You are going to frustrate people, the people that you love, but it's being honest that they would appreciate more than you actually trying to kind of pretend, or no, I want to continue what, the dreams we have together or the conversations we have together. So this is one of the things I learned. You have to just be real, whether they accept it or not. At least you were honest with them. At least you were honest with them. And I think that's what's lacking in relationships, is that honesty. Because again, we want to protect that relationship from breaking down. But if you're not being honest with them, then you're not protecting it at all. Because there will be cracks and, gaps that, hey, you told this secret, you didn't say the secret, and all of a sudden now it has exploded into something bigger. So again, it's hard. Those conversations are something that you want to avoid at all costs. But again, honesty is the best policy. You've heard that before, and it's true. At least you were honest, you were real, you were genuine with your loved ones. So if it's hard for you right now, try practicing it, with a friend, with somebody you trust, and later on it's going to get better. But right now we're going to go on a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Laugh, learn, and love with Breaking the Silence. We'll be right back.
Everyone loves a champion, someone whose performance puts them head and shoulders above the rest. But not all champions wear a medal or hoist a trophy. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. We believe abuse can be prevented by taking a hard look at how we coach, how we train, and how we interact after the last whistle. We have provided over 2 million safe sport trainings. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
The biggest, most convincing mistake of all time is the belief that everyone is a child of God. But how could this idea be true when there is so much evil, injustice, and chaos in the world? How could a loving God bear children who spew hatred and instigate war? How could God be the father of those who do the very things that he condemns? If God were merely human, this could be attributed to some genetic flaw. But since God is perfect, how can we reconcile the existence of so many imperfect children? In Are We All God's Children? Edir Macedo answers these and other questions and describes the 3 types of people in the world, their characteristics, their conflicts, how each of us can become a child of God, and much more. Request a copy of this book with a $25 gift donation. Call 1-888-691-2291. An enlightening book that will lead you to discover the true paternity of your soul.
Okay, so we're gonna do BTS trivia. It's just gonna be easy history. I hope so. I was gonna say easy. I hope so, because sometimes they just put it on blast and we're just like, even though it's multiple choice. Yes, okay, it's multiple choice, so we don't have to kind of like rack our brains. But still, multiple choice sometimes they get they give us like tricky. Some tricks and they get a little tricky. But anyways, are we ready, ladies?
Yes. I'm ready.
Even if I'm not ready,
Yeah,
I don't have any choice. So let's
We're
go.
ripping off the bed.
Exactly.
Right, there you
we
go.
gotta face it. All right. Okay, we're ready for our first question. Let's go. Okay. Which item was once used as currency? A, water. B, salt. C, pigeons.
What in the world?
Which item was once used as currency? A, water. B, salt.
I don't know.
C,
I'm
pigeons.
just guessing.
I think it's this just because
it stands out.
No, just because I'm gonna explain when
when you give the answer.
When I give my answer.
Okay.
I got mine.
Okay, we're ready.
I think mine's is wrong, but it's
too.
okay. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
C.
I
put B.
I put C.
I put B because I feel like spices is like they would use as currency.
Oh.
Is it B?
Is it B?
Please say it's B. Please say it's B.
Oh,
yes.
I thought like it's pigeons because like
Thank
animals
you.
also were kind of like, so I'm like maybe it's pigeons.
Yeah, I know that they will say a lot about like spices and things like that, so they will trade it.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
All right.
All
So
right.
let's go for our second question. And it says, what year did the first text message get sent? A, during the disco era. B, 2001. C, 1992. Why are you doing this to me?
my
What
gosh.
year did the first text message? I know that one is not. There is one that's eliminated already.
I don't know. I'm just gonna stick with this one.
I'm trying to think of
I'm
when
guessing
cell
at this
phones
point.
came out.
Exactly.
I'm guessing.
When is the disco era?
It's like the 70s.
I'm trying to think. Because that's
Oh my.
I got mine. I don't know.
Okay,
This might be
ready?
wrong.
I am just saying this just
Red day,
because
red day,
this is a
red
special year for me.
Time to show your cards.
2, 1.
Let's.
C. I
What'd you
put C
put?
because that's my I'm not gonna.
That's
reveal
your
it.
year of birthday.
C. What did you
Wait, wait.
We're not gonna talk about what I
Your
put.
answer. Hey, I revealed my answer.
Okay, see, this is my answer.
It's blank.
No, you have yours. Okay, so we got that one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So we have our
Let's
next
go.
one.
That year was special in all. You know, that year was special.
Whatever.
Because a special
Let's go.
person was born.
One of our co-hosts was born in
Okay,
February.
all right.
Okay, next one.
Next question.
So, what was the original purpose of bubble wrap? A, stress release. That sounds good.
Yeah.
B, wallpaper. Or C, a failed fashion accessory.
Oh.
Okay.
What was the
I got my
original
answer.
purpose
I
of
doubt
bubble
Again,
wrap?
I'm guessing at this point, okay?
I'm just putting this.
Guessing.
But this time you gotta say your answer first because you be cheating.
Who's cheating?
Okay.
No one's cheating.
All right.
Okay, ready?
It's time to show our cards?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
2, 1.
B. Wallpaper.
Oh, man.
What is your
What
answer?
did you put?
I put A.
I mean, I definitely probably wallpaper.
Yes,
Are you
wallpaper.
kidding me?
It's so weird.
Yeah,
That is
to
ridiculous.
protect the walls, right?
Listen, I used to pop them just to
Yeah.
release some stress.
I think
Okay.
we all
Child.
did, but that
at one
was not
point.
what it was for.
All right.
Okay.
I tried.
Next one, please.
Okay, which food was once considered a luxury only for the wealthy? A. Lobster. B. Cereal. C. Hen. Which food was once considered a luxury only for the wealthy?
I'm guessing on this one, but I know one of the answer for sure was not. But I'm guessing.
Um,
I already got my answer.
I'm guessing at this
Yeah,
point,
want me to
too.
give you the answer I know for sure is not?
No.
No.
Okay. I was just talking about this the other day too.
Really?
Not like I was talking about the opposite.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna say. Okay. All
You're
right.
making me want to change my answer.
All right. Here you go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
B. Cereal. What did you?
B.
What was your answer?
My answer's A.
No, you
No,
cheated.
my answer's A. I put A.
It was A?
Yeah, but
Okay.
then I saw both of y'all put B, so then I just.
You see, she saw us.
She's cheating.
No, okay, so my
Okay.
original answer was A.
Okay, what's the answer?
What is it?
You are the correct one.
Yes. Yes,
I think
yes,
I was
yes.
like also lobster,
What
but
made
then
y'all say hen?
We didn't say hen.
No,
we said
it's cereal.
Oh, cereal.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I thought because of like
Yeah, because in our country too, like cereal is kind of
and like milk, like you need to have cereal and milk, and not everybody can afford. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Me is like
Okay.
cereal is like
Come on,
Because
let's
I
go.
thought it was like something that now is cheap for us, but
Yeah,
it was
back
expensive
then.
back then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next question.
one.
What was the original name for Google? A. Info Planet. B. Back Rub.
what?
C. Search McSearch.
This is like
This is
just the
interesting.
most.
Why would Google be called back rub?
Imagine if that's actually the answer.
It's so, it looks so wrong. It has to be right.
Okay, so you go ahead and put
No, I'm not putting that.
I already have my answer because this is like the most common sense one.
I got mines.
If
Ready?
somebody put back
Oh
over
my
there, and if that's the right
If
answer,
that's
I'll
the right
laugh.
answer, I don't know what
I'll be
I am.
googling you right now.
Okay, we ready?
Okay.
Yes.
To show our cards?
3, 2,
2.
1.
C.
I put A.
I put C.
I put C.
I put A.
Oh my god.
Imagine if it's B.
Right?
I cannot believe this. Why?
Tia! I told you to put me.
I said it looks so wrong. It has to be right. But you didn't do it
yourself.
I don't believe that. Like, really? Back rub?
How did they come up with this?
Oh my goodness.
I
Wow.
cannot move on to the next question. I cannot. I have to
We need
process.
to Google that.
I have to process this.
Yeah.
Why is it called back rub? Oh
That
my
is
gosh.
crazy.
Rub your back, we'll search.
Let's go to the next
Okay.
one.
Oh my
Never
gosh.
mind.
The
Okay.
next one.
Let's go.
Okay.
It says, what job existed before alarm clocks? A. Morning whisperers. B. Professional yawners. C. Human alarm knockers.
Ooh, interesting.
What?
Morning whisperers?
I have no idea. I'm just guessing for this one.
And human alarm
Maybe this.
knockers.
Maybe this.
Okay, I'm going to stick to this one.
I'm just.
I just feel
I
like
have my answer.
alarm clocks, like.
And I hope.
Time to show your
Okay, yes, let's
Okay,
go.
time to show
And
your cards.
2,
I hope it's right.
1.
C.
Yeah.
I put C. I'm second guessing everything after that back rub.
Yeah, C. I think
We
C.
say it's C.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one made more sense to me.
At least this we kind of like understand it, but the other I still can't
back
get over
rub.
it.
Yeah, that really got me.
Let's check back rub.
How do you do this? I don't know. Go search on back rub.
You get that information. Back rub.
Do we have any more?
Do we have any more? Do we have any more? Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay, what did people use before toilet paper? Leaves and corn cobs. Oh, that's gonna hurt. B, absolutely nothing. Or C, towels.
Did towels come before?
What did people use before toilet? I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna answer this because I've seen. No, I've seen.
Angeli, put B.
Hey.
Put B.
All right.
Somebody got to put B.
Imagine if it's B.
If I changed my answer and
oh my
God.
This is crazy.
There were like times
let's go. It's time to show the cards. Ready? 3, 2.
Serious.
Bam.
Leaves and corn cups.
C.
I put A.
I almost put A.
I put A.
I almost put
C.
A, but I put C.
I don't know.
I had A.
Yeah.
I had it.
I've heard this from like tribes and stuff like that.
I was saying that, but then you threw me off because you was like, that had to hurt.
I was about to say, I can't believe Angeli put A.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
That must have hurt.
I had it. Imagine using like poison
especially if
ivy.
you're like in the woods, you don't have anything, so you use that.
That's horrible.
Okay, next one.
Okay.
Last one.
Last one? Okay.
Okay. Which holiday tradition started as a mistake? A, Valentine candy. B, New Year's resolution. C, Christmas lights.
This one's hard.
What sounds like it's supposed to be there, but it really was not?
I don't know.
Okay, I got my answer. Hopefully it's right.
I hope it's right.
Okay.
I got mine.
Okay. Ready? Yes. 3, 2?
2, 1.
C.
Oh, we all put different.
I put Christmas lights.
B.
I don't know.
I put
For some
A.
reason,
I put Valentine's
in my mind,
candy.
I was
Put
like,
B.
Christmas lights! I don't know the reason why, but in my mind I was just like, probably.
Yeah.
I almost put.
I was about
it
to put
C.
C, but then I was like,
I put it. Then I was like, New Year's resolution sound like it could be.
Man, well, we know who our winner is, and it sure ain't me. There you go.
Thank you. I didn't want to say it, just show it. Well. Although I'm not from here, but America's welcoming me back. So thank you so much, America, for adopting me. Okay, thank you. All right, okay, so that's it for our trivia. We're gonna go on a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Feeling seen? Feeling heard? You're right where you belong. Don't go anywhere. More empowering conversations, insightful discussions, and the voices that matter most are coming right up on Breaking the Silence. We're just getting started. Stay with us.
The Universal Church is a place where help is offered to everyone based on the Word of God. You will feel burdened, anxious, tormented, discouraged. God has a way out for you. Visit your nearest location. Nevada, 2121E, Tropicana Avenue 1, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89119. Tennessee, 4916 Nolensville Pike, Nashville, Tennessee 37211. New Jersey, 100 Clinton Avenue, Newark, New Jersey 07114. If these locations aren't close by, call 888-332-4141 for more information, or text us at 888-312-4141. Visit our website, www.ulfn.org/locations. The Universal Church, where a new life awaits you.
August was born 3 pounds, 9.8 ounces. When I first saw him, it was like a whole range of emotions, joy, sadness. There's gonna be obstacles. You're gonna feel like, why is it happening to me? And you're gonna realize you're not the only one. There's no perfect way. Your own way will be the perfect way. You're gonna protect it with all your might. Just seeing him happy, it's just joy, you know? I look through his eyes, I can envision like a whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time. Oh man, he can smile now. I'm happy because he's advancing in life, you know, he's growing. Being a young dad, it's not giving up, it's shifting. My life is now devoted to his life.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
Justification that comes with any addiction.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
But as you mature, you have to be with someone who matures with you.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
You're the go-to person. You're the fixer. You're the listener. You're always ready to help. You're always there when there's a problem for you to be able to solve. But there comes a point where you're also in need, and it comes a point that you also become exhausted and burned out. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Because yes, it's good to have somebody, you know, to go to when you have problems, and maybe you are that person.
Yeah.
But strength sometimes as well is not only being strong all the time, but when you're telling someone, I can't right now because, hey, I also need time for myself. But then when you're always there available for, you know, some people, and then they tend to say like this, hey, no, she's fine. She always got it together. She always solves it quickly, like efficiently, like you can just go and ask her, right? You can just go and ask her and she'll be able to give you some advice, how to go about these things. And we tend to look at that kind of person, wow, she's so strong, I want to be like her. Or, you know, she's such a good example to us, but then we don't see what is going on inside of her, that she's actually exhausted. She's burning, she's already burnt out, that she doesn't have any more time for herself. Like her cup is running empty. But then again, we think that, hey, she got it all together. And we don't really think the other perspective that she has.
Yeah, because you know, the thing about it is some people, they like to have that identity, right? They like to be known as a strong person. So instead of them focusing on like their problems, what they need help with, they tend to focus on that other person. So that way they can, you know, solve their problem and feel like, man, I'm so strong, I'm needed, I know how to solve everybody else's problem. But at the end of the day, you're only distracting yourself, so that way you're not focusing on your problem. And yes, it feels great to be needed, but also, as Angeli was saying, that you need to take care of yourself, because one day it's like you're going to do all of this work, you're going to do all of these things for other people, and nobody's going to be there for you. And then you're going to, you know, burn out, you're going to fall, and you won't have that help available. So yes, you do need to be needed. It's great that you want to be needed, but also make sure that you do take care of yourself and ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking like, hey, you know, today I really need your help. I know I'm always helping you, but can you help me today? And the person will be able to help you.
You know, one thing that we always have to keep in mind, we're all humans, and we all need someone to be able to check up on us. The weight of always being strong, that is a heavy weight. You know, okay, given, it's a good thing in the sense that it shows that you are a reliable person. It shows that you are a mature person. It shows that you have experience if there's so many people coming to you. But you also have to know when to take that step back, you know, and not pretend that everything is okay and I got it. Because while you're busy taking care of other people and their problems and their issues, who's checking up on you? Who's worried about you? whenever you're smiling in everyone's face, but deep down inside, you're crying, you're screaming for help. I remember I had this one situation where there was kind of like an issue, like a problem between someone and myself. And the other person, like, they were lenient with that other person I had the issue with, and they were more like stern with me. And in my head, I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, but you know, it don't make any sense. So when this person walked out the room, they looked at me and they were like, do you know why I was harder on you? And I was like, I would like to know. And they said, it's because you can handle it. And I didn't know at the moment, I didn't know how to feel about that because, okay, fine, you see that I can handle it. But at the same time, I'm also human too. You know, like, we were both at fault. Pretty much. We were both at fault. But to just come and be harder on one person and not both, because just because you feel or you think that that person is being, you never know what the person is going through inside. That would lead up to, you know, an incident, an issue, or an outburst, or whatever the case may be. You never know how the person is inside. So you always have to be sensible to that. Always have to be sensible to that. Always be considerate and always say, hey, look, this person is just as me. Maybe they're not able to have or to handle as much load as I can, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm human too.
But also, you know, as you're talking about that situation, like, let's say, you know, you have this heavy load on you and you're just making it with that heavy load. So it's like, yes, I can handle this load. But by you doing something extra, by you doing that little thing, as you said, not knowing, that's like the needle that broke the camel's back. Because I was doing it. I was working. I was handling it. I had everything good. And then you did this, and then it's just like, everything falls.
Exactly. And that's when it becomes like, oh, all of this effort, all of this, I'm trying to get myself together. And that's why when we see somebody who's like, you know, that go-to person, we cannot be afraid to ask them, hey, are you okay? You know, or if you were that person, again, as one of you said, it's not bad or it's not weakness to say, hey, I need help. Like right now, I'm not able to do it. No, I cannot handle it. Like you said, I cannot handle it like others do. But you know, it's something that sometimes we see it as a strength just by becoming silent. But when we express ourselves and say, hey, this is something I need right now, I need to make time for myself, or I can't help you right now, or are you okay, just by asking those questions, we are giving that support, and we're also giving that support for ourselves. So if you are that strong person, you're not alone. However, today you can try to be lenient to yourself, be kind to yourself, that you also deserve rest. You also deserve that help. Okay, we're gonna go on a quick break. Let that sink in, and we're gonna be right back.
Looking for a fun and creative way to introduce your little one to the Word of God? We've got you covered. The Universal Church offers engaging programs for children's ages 6 weeks to 14 years old, all designed to inspire faith, values, and joy. The CBC Children's Biblical Center and the TPG Teen Power Group, kids learn about God through exciting, age-appropriate exercises, stories, and lessons that make faith come alive. In the CBC, we're raising the next generation of leaders who will make a difference for the kingdom of God. Our dedicated teachers help plant seeds of faith that grow with each child. As the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Proverbs 22:6. Come join the fun and let your child grow in faith and purpose. For more information or a location near you, call 1-888-332-4141. Doesn't it seem like more people are connecting through social media these days than through real-life personal conversations? It's a new phenomenon affecting the lives of both young and old. There's a constant search for validation from online likes, comments, reactions, and reposts. That's beginning to replace time-honored behaviors of face-to-face conversations, relationships, and bonds of friendship. Basic human social skills of life-enhancing interactions are dying off as the virtual is taking precedence over the real. The deception of social media can paint a picture of utopia. But like any idol, most of what we see is an illusion. So many are falling for a false reality, and a sharp increase in depression and loneliness has been the result. It's time to put down our phones and reconnect with the real world around us. LFN encourages you to redirect your attention, to look up, and live life to the fullest. Take a break from social media. Be present. Appreciate life. Because life's story won't write itself.
Highlight the good. That is our new segment for today, and we are going to do some reflection. We're going to do. We have some fun. We had some trivia facts. We had some hard-hitting topics, but also now we're going to try to be grateful. We're going to give that gratitude, give that shout out to somebody who showed up for us recently, or there was an unexpected kindness, or just a moment that maybe very small for some, but really something that was very meaningful for us.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're gonna shout out one person, or maybe two or three, if time permits. Okay. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Okay. So I always talk here on Breaking Silence that, I'm more of a laid back, low maintenance person. But I have a friend, and she has been helping me be more she's been helping me learn how to do things myself rather than depending on other people. So she'll be like, let's buy the gel nail polish kit so that way you can learn how to do your nails so you don't have to keep going. Or let's find a treatment that works for your hair where you don't have to keep coming to me for me to do your hair, but you're learning how to do your hair. So she's been motivating me in a positive way, because a lot of people tried to motivate me for some things, and I'm just like, no. But she learned how to work with me so that way I can actually be motivated to do things myself. And it has been helping. It really has been helping me so much.
Aww, she's talking about me.
You're welcome. No problem.
If that's what you think, okay.
I know who you're talking about. All right.
I know it's so. I'm kidding.
Okay, so I want to shout out my grandma. I want to cry. I'm kidding. Because recently I spoke with her, and she's 95. I'm kidding. No, but I'm not kidding about her age, okay? But I spoke to her recently, and for me that was just a very big moment, because I grew up with her. She grew up. I grew up with her. She grew up. She was the one who took care of me when I was young. When my parents were, not doing their stuff, but they were there working hard for me. So my grandma was there. I consider her really, really so much. So when I spoke to her, and this was how elderly, they're FaceTime, and they were oh no, where are you? But when I just saw her and she asked me how I was doing and everything with my husband, now that little girl that she used to take care of is now married, is now has a husband taking care of her as well. So that for me she didn't say much, but that little moment was very big for me, because that moment I remember, hey, I was that little girl that you used to take care of. And she still thinks of me as that little girl. But now I have somebody else taking care of me. And now both of us are the ones calling her grandma. So for me, that was such a gratitude that lifted me up so much, because hey, things can happen, life can happen, but there will be those people that would still support you. And you could whatever happened in your life, that you could just run to them, and they'll be it's okay, my child, I'm here ready to support you. So that moment was something so big for me this year.
That's nice. Well, for me, I have a friend, I have a close friend, and I'm grateful for her, because she has taught me to, let me rewind it a little bit, okay? Let me rewind it a little bit before I get to what I have to say. So back in the days, I was kind of more like a go-getter, in the sense that anything that I wanted to do, or, you know, how I would go about a situation. I was just kind of like out there. I wasn't, you know, that person that like shies away or whatever. Like if it's time to roll up your sleeves and grind, bam, I'm there. I don't care what it is, what we have to do. We're going to do it together. We're going to be a team. I was always that was like hands-on and like, hey guys, come on, let's go do this. Let's go do that. But along the years and like, you know, certain situations, you have certain people that they kind of like, I don't know, they kind of want to stifle your light a little bit. So to avoid comments, to avoid, you know, criticism and stuff like that, I just say, you know what, I'm gonna just lay back. I'm gonna just lay back. I'm gonna just stay quiet. I'm not gonna be this person that's, you know, just, hey guys, come on, what we're doing. All right, let's go. Let's get it together. You know, I kind of became like this person that's like, oh, in a shell, like, oh, that's okay. Well, you guys have, you know, a good time enjoying that, doing that, or whatever the case may be. And this person has helped me bring that out again. So it's like slowly but surely I'm getting back into that mode, you know, which is a good thing because it was a good quality. It's not like it was something that was like hurting people or whatever, but because of, you know, criticism or bad experiences and stuff, you kind of dim your light for others who probably are looking at things, you know, with bad eyes or whatever the case may be. So she's slowly and surely has been helping me to like bring that out again. She's not even aware of it. But it's just the way she is, her actions and what she says and like her experience and stuff. And it's like, yeah, you know what? So slowly but surely it's coming back up. So don't let nobody dim your light, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
don't do
sometimes it's good that you point that out because sometimes we don't even have to say it, or we don't even have to be there for that person to help that person, or us being influenced, or us influencing others just by our actions, just by the way we talk. That's why it's very important that before we say anything, before we act on certain things, that we think about them, because we don't know who we are influencing, whether this is a bad influence or a positive influence, right? Because as you said, like she doesn't probably even know about it, but because the way she behaved, and that happens to all of us, you know, sometimes we get on this habit, or we get this, you know, tone of voice or the way we talk just by, you know, hanging out with some people, or just by slowly just getting those little habits that they have. And is it influencing us positively, or is it doing it the opposite way? So,
and it's like you even come to realize, like, man, I wasn't wrong back then. Like, it wasn't wrong to be this way, you know, and you just start like realizing, hey, you were allowing certain circumstances, situations, or people to dim your light, you know, to kind of take away or strip away something, a good quality that you have.
Because a lot of times, like, when you shine, it's like, for people who don't want to shine too, it's like it's too bright for them. So it's like you have to tone it down because they're not adjusting to the light. But it's like we can't adjust ourselves if we're doing something positive, if we're doing something right. That's how we know we're doing right, because we are going to face that backlash. We are going to have that, you know, like, those comments, but we have to be confident in ourselves to just keep going no matter what.
There you go.
That's it. Well, highlight the good for your loved one as well. If you have somebody that you wanted to shout out, you can do that today. You can maybe give them a phone call or text them, or maybe even talk to them and tell them how grateful you are that they are in your lives. Okay, so we're going to go on a quick break and we'll be back.
Your voice, breaking the silence. One in 3 adults has prediabetes. This puts them at increased risk for type 2 diabetes, heart attack, and kidney disease. The good news? Prediabetes can be reversed. Follow along with this 1-minute risk test to learn your risk for prediabetes. Are you over 40? That's 1 point. Over 50? That's another. Over 60? Add 1 more. If you're a man, give yourself a point. Family history of diabetes? Add a point. Have high blood pressure? Add another. Not physically active? That's a point. Are you slightly overweight? That's 1 point. Pretty overweight? That's 2. Very overweight? That's 3. A score of 5 or more means you likely have prediabetes, so talk with your doctor. Learn how you can change the outcome at doihaveprediabetes.org. Do you have a dream tucked away? It's time to break free and chase it. Breaking the Silence celebrates women who dare to dream big and change the world. Get the tools and motivation to turn your dream into reality. Breaking the Silence. Ignite your passion. Unleash your potential. Weekdays on ULFN.
Hi, Bishop. This is James. I've been struggling to sleep lately. Please pray for me.
Hi, it's Brandon from Tennessee. I can't take it anymore. My life keeps getting worse. Please pray for me.
My name is Jane. I watch you on my 9. I believe that God can heal me. Please pray for me. I feel like my days are just passing me by. I don't know where to go from here. Please pray for me.
Hi, it's Katie. I need prayer. My husband hasn't been feeling well. The doctors say it's nothing, but he hasn't eaten for days now. We are here for you. Our helpline is 24/7. Text us at 1-888-312-4141.
Viewers, we have a conversation that we keep putting off. It's gonna end. The show is going to
not
end.
ready for that conversation.
We're not ready, but we gotta
avoid
face it.
Yeah.
We gotta face it.
You gotta
know?
face it.
But the good news is we're gonna come back. So you just gotta have to wait, but then be patient. You know, sometimes we get a little bit impatient, but it's okay. It's okay to be strong. It's okay to not be strong as well. Because sometimes we are in that moment in our lives that there's a lot, we're overloaded, we're emotionally exhausted. And even though those strong people as well, that they can feel, again, as you've mentioned, or that you're also human. So you feel emotions as well. You're not AI, you're not robot. So it's okay to ask for help. And maybe that's a conversation that you keep putting off. You know, telling, you know, your closest ones, hey, there will be moments that I'm not going to be that go-to person. You know, there will be moments that you're not able to rely on me. But yes, you can still rely on me, but there will be moments that I need to take care of myself.
Right.
So I can cry that Breaking the Silence is ending. That's what I'm hearing. I can cry.
You can take your moment.
You said I don't have to be strong all the time.
Yes, you can take your moment.
Cut it out.
That's fine.
I'm joking.
You see
I'm
where
not
I'm
gonna cry.
No, but we can take our moment to do that, you know, and also highlight that special person in your life. Or maybe it's not even a special, maybe a neighbor that did something that said hi, said good morning, because you know how nowadays nobody says hi anymore. Nobody says good morning. Nobody says smiles. You just pass you when you're just like, I'm here, you know? So maybe
or
that
you get a discount at your coffee shop because you just go so much.
Yes. Based on experience,
telling
she's
you.
very grateful and she's going to actually pay the full price today. And be so grateful. But one thing as well that we want to shout out, you as well, because we want you to scan this QR code that's going to pop up in your screen. So when you do scan this QR code, you can actually go to our Instagram page and you can do your shout out there to thank that person that you love, thank that person that uplifted you, that person that helped you. Maybe, you know, with your groceries, maybe just your garden is full of like weeds and they just started helping you out, or maybe your dog or your pet or whatever it is. You know, it doesn't really matter if it's like someone you know, someone close to you, but that made you smile, that brought like a little kindness, a little brightness in your day, because sometimes we're just walking, we're just like doing our day and we're not really kind of highlighting the good, the little things that happen to us in a day-to-day
And I think it's also good for them to see, because sometimes it's like you think that you're not doing a good job, or you think that you're, you know, this bad person, then someone's like, you know what, you really expired. That will help that person, especially that strong person, you know, who's so used to being strong for everybody. Just by you saying, saying like, you helped me or I appreciate you will give them the motivation to keep going.
Yeah. Sometimes you're going through this very hard, difficult moment, and probably even like a random stranger come and does something or says something, you know, an act of kindness, a nice gesture that completely change your whole mood. So it's always good. Share it. We'll love to hear it.
Well, viewers, we appreciate you, okay? Thank you for always tuning with us. And stay tuned because we have more to come later, okay? But right now we have to wrap up and we'll have to say bye-bye.
Bye.